Once you're in your module and you want to edit the module page, there are a number of things you should do before you start adding resources. The first thing is to decide on the number of topics that you want to display, the file upload size, and also to edit the course summary and the course outline. Initially, you should go to Settings under Course Administration and click on Edit Settings. The course full name and course short name come from Banner, so there's no need to change those, but the course summary would actually be a good thing to change. To show you where this appears, you can see that once the student goes to that particular module, they will get a summary of that module as you have edited it. Following on from this, you can decide what settings you want to keep or change. It would be a good idea to change the file upload size in case you've got any large files. And the default number of sections is 10, but you can always change this to suit yourselves. If you find that later on in the semester you want to increase the number of sections, you just come into Edit Settings and you change the number of sections that are displayed. Guest access is irrelevant for our Moodle site because we have disabled it at site level. I will show you how to put an enrolment key for students so that they can actually enroll themselves. If you want to enable groups, you must do it here in the settings first of all, and you can decide between separate groups or visible groups. This just means that either they can see the activities of the other groups or they can't. The course will be available to students, and you can decide on your renaming role for lecturers, for teachers, and so on. So we'll click Save Changes and then move on to the next item, which is to set up an enrolment key. This will be set up using the enrolment methods under Settings and Users, and here you can see you've got a menu that you can expand. You can click on Enrolment Methods, and if it hasn't been added, you can choose the self-enrollment method. Manual enrollments means that you can manually enroll students yourself. The self-enrollment is where students go in themselves and they enroll using your enrolment key or not, depending on how you've set it up. To add an enrolment key, click the self-enrollment edit button, and you can see here then that you can add your enrolment key. It is case sensitive, but it doesn't matter what you put in there, and you can unmask it to see exactly what it is, so you don't have to remember it. You can send a welcome message that the student will get once they enroll in the module. So at this point, students who want to enroll in this module have to enter that enrolment key, and they'll have access to the module for the full academic year. Navigating back to the main page is easiest if you use either the breadcrumbs trail at the top and click on the code, or alternatively you can use the navigation menu on the left hand side and navigate back to the page itself. At this point you should consider editing the course outline. There is a default template on all of the course that are imported into Moodle. If you click on the little edit summary icon, you'll be able to go in here and give students an indication of how you intend to use this Moodle page. You might decide to put the aim of the module, which you can get from the module descriptor. It could be just an outline of how you intend to use the page. It could be your contact details or any other information you find would be useful for the students. You can leave the section name as course outline, or you can change it to something else. Click Save Changes, and you now have it updated. And finally, you can decide to change the topics so that you've got a much more meaningful navigation menu on the left hand side, and you do this by just clicking on the Edit Summary option, untick the default section name, and you can put in your section name and summary as you see fit. You can do this for each section, and you'll see then on the navigation menu that it's much more meaningful than having the generic topic titles. The next video will show you how to upload resources.